Becoming a software developer in 2026 is so easy, like you won't believe it. And I made this quick presentation just to show you how easy it is. So let me walk you through this. You probably heard the following, right? You need to know how to code in order to become a software engineer. It's hard work to be a software engineer. It takes a very long time to get good at it, and it's hard to make money from it. Now these are all big fat lies, so I'm going to put this cross over it. And I'm even going to position the cross to be, let me see, forward. So it covers the text, because these are lies and they are not true. Because what I found over the years that I worked as a software engineer is a process that is so easy to follow. It makes software development so easy, yet it's still given me such big success in my career as a software engineer that I just had to share it. So this process has worked at my software engineering job. It's worked at software businesses I've tried, and it's also worked at software fun projects. So it's a really good process. And in case you don't know me, this is me here. I'm stood in the doorway with my dog, Murphy, and I've been an embedded software engineer for 3 years. I used to work an office job, and when I did, I got fast and quite big raises, at least for jobs. Jobs don't give particularly good raises, but I would say I got decent ones back when I worked in an office job. And then when I quit my office job, I was offered a remote job, which indicates to me that they were happy with me, at least. So I've had quite, I would say, a considerable career. It's been easy for me to get good success in here. And that's why I think you should listen to me. All right, so let's continue. With this process, you can get great results, and it also makes software development work super easy, right? It's so easy and so powerful at the same time. So let me show you. This is the modern programming framework. It starts at the top here. For whatever, let's say a coding task comes in, you're supposed to fix a bug or add a feature or do something. It starts with you prompting the AI, which is usually one of these, right? It's either ChatGPT Codex or Claude Code, and then the AI writes the code, right? You tell it what you want and it does it for you. Then you test the feature, so let's say you asked it to fix a bug. You verify and make sure that, okay, the bug is definitely gone for sure, everything's all right. Or if it's added a new feature, you test the feature and make sure you're happy with it. And then when you're done with that, you move on to the next step. You read the code and you understand it, right? So you have to read the code that the AI did, and then you also have to understand and comprehend, what does this actually do? What does this change mean for my code base? This is way quicker than writing the code yourself, and you also learn from it because the AI will do things that you wouldn't normally do. It's kind of like thinking outside the box for you, right? And then once you've tested it and you're happy with the feature and you've read and understand it, you're pretty much done, right? So you completed the software feature you wanted to do. And if it's not up to your standards, let's say the bug is still there or the feature is a bit rough, you just loop again, go another time. And also that's the same if you read the code and it's just a complete mess, you can't understand it, then you have to loop again. And this is so much easier than the way that software used to be developed, which was more like this, right? Let's say you'd start with reading a manual, or God forbid, Stack Overflow. Or actually before that step, you'd probably gather requirements, what is actually possible. You'd read a manual or Stack Overflow. You'd spend like 3 hours writing code, another few hours understanding what it actually does, and then you'd have to try to get it to compile, like to actually work and to start, and then test it. And now we're basically back to this process. And these days the AI has replaced all of these steps, right? And in many cases it's even replaced this step. And so while this would take maybe, let's say this would take like 8 hours for a medium bug fix, right? Takes quite a while. This would probably only take at most 1 hour. So it's so much quicker and it's so much easier. And for me, it put less strain on my brain compared to this old school way of writing code. So let's delete this messy slide. I didn't actually prepare it. And let's clean this up too. So after years of doing this job as an embedded software engineer, it really is just this. Like, this is my core work task, basically. It isn't any harder than that. So let's say you're a beginner programmer and you want to get started. Let me walk you through the steps you need to take. They're pretty easy, and this is everything you need to do to be considered a software developer. The first thing you have to do is pick a language or task. So you can either pick, let's say you're into gaming, you can pick C++, which is the best path into gaming, right? Because most video games are written in C++, because most game engines are C++. Or if you want to do web development, you can do like get into JavaScript and learn HTML and stuff. But if you're not sure, just pick Python, right? Because it's the easiest programming language to learn in my view. Or if you're not interested in what programming language to pick, just pick the task you want to do. And then later on you can ask ChatGPT or something what language is best for that. So after you pick the language you want to do or work on, you have to pick an editor, which is the tool used to write and run code, and also to run your AI agent, which is these days it's just as important as your keyboard if you're a programmer. There are many editors out there, but I just use this one, VS Code. It's free and open source, but it's maintained by Microsoft. And then once you picked your programming language or your task, you picked an editor, all you have to do is pick an AI agent. These are the two choices. You can pick either Claude Code or ChatGPT's Codex. It varies month to month which one's the best. For quite a while this one was the best, but currently at the time of recording this one's the best, and that's the one I use, but this may change by the time you're watching this video. So download them and set them up. It's very easy to set it all up. Just use Google and ChatGPT to get the language, the editor and the AI agent. And then forever, just follow this loop, right? Prompt the AI, test it, read and understand it, done, loop again. And that's really it. Congratulations, you now have everything it takes to make great software. This is what I do. It's worked so well for me, and that's why I wanted to share this framework with you. And if you're interested, I've got a free course linked below where I show you step by step exactly what to do. It's just a YouTube video if you want to dive deeper in this subject. I've linked it below. And so that's all. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in another video. Bye bye.